listen, I know my Italian's not the greatest, but this house is bellissimo, right? I think I said it right. I think that was right. You let me know how I said it in the description below. But this house right behind me, beautiful house. It's a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath house. It does have a detached 2-car garage, and it is right off of Woodward, very close to downtown Birmingham. So I want to show you this house. It is built by Gilbert Homes. Gilbert Homes is the builder on this house. So I want to turn this camera over to you guys. It has 3 levels. 3 levels. You only see 2 here, but there's 3 levels in this house. And it has a finished basement that is actually a bedroom that I've been talking about on just about every home tour. And I'm going to show you how they were able to make a legal bedroom in the basement. Let's go. Again, I'm Jay Jones. I'm a realtor. My information is in the description below if you guys are interested in any house in Macomb or Oakland County. All right, let's go. All right, awesome. So one of the first things we're gonna see here, love the wood, the white and the black trim, right? This is very, very nice. This black trim windows makes this house really pop off of the white. And this just looks very clean. I love those lights because they look great at nighttime. Just at nighttime when those lights are on, just looks very nice. Nice long driveway. That is a 2-car garage. But again, this house is over 3,200 square feet, and I was quite surprised. It's actually a fully staged house, so we can kind of look and see how the builder used the space. That way you can have a good idea, right? I love the landscaping, very simple, but it just makes everything pop on the outside. All right, again, we are in Birmingham, Michigan. This house is $1.2 million, 1.2. Let's take a look here. Let me stay out here for just a little moment, right? And I love the neighborhood too. If you've never seen a neighborhood in Birmingham, I mean, it's very cozy, like, right? Very cozy, right? Trees lined up on both sides. It just feels very cozy. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look inside here. Nice. I think that's about an 8-foot door there. 9-foot ceilings on the first floor. So as soon as we walk into this house, number one, it smells great, right? When you walk into new construction homes, it's my favorite. Smelling that fresh wood is great, but you're getting natural hardwood floors. Den over to the right side, and then you have your half bath right as soon as you come in, right? I call it the door view on my channel. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look here in the study room. All right. Again, I love the staging that they've done through this house. And I'm guessing, you know, when you have a client at this price point, it doesn't hurt to stage the house and give them a good idea, just so they can get a good emotional feel of how to use the house. But awesome. So nice study room area. Love the windows. I love that wood on the top of that patio out there. But all right, let's take a look at the half bathroom here. Need to close that door, it just opened up on me. Luckily, I'm not a too scary of a person. That probably would have made me jump a little bit. But here we go there. So this is the basement going down. And if you watch my other video of the Birmingham house, I always kind of talk about, I love how builders just don't put a door on the basement. You know, it's just it's open, you can go down. It just kind of adds to the entrance of going down there. It just makes it look better. And from a builder standpoint, it just makes it look really good. So right here, one of the first things we're gonna run into is just gonna be kind of your main coat closet. Let you guys see what that looks like there. All right, so there is your family room area. I'm gonna give you guys some nice time to look at this open concept. There's your kitchen. Every video, I like to just see what you guys would rate the kitchen. And again, 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being not so hot. What would you guys rate this kitchen once we get in there? So they're letting you see this would be an eating area. Letting you see the space between your eating area and your family room. That is a gas fireplace as well. But we gotta look at the kitchen, right? It's one of the most important things. We do have white shaker style cabinets, a waterfall type of island. It is oversized island. Stainless steel appliances, of course. Again, one thing I love to just ask for is just some feedback throughout the video. You know, whether you like the house, you don't like it, what you would change, what you love about it. That's the price of admission to watch the videos. All right, so quartz countertop here. They went with the silver silver finishes instead of black. Love the built-in microwave right here. And you're getting this price point, so you're gonna get some different features than you would on a house that would be $500,000 and $600,000. But I love the built-in microwaves there. And even built-in stoves are pretty cool. Let's go and take a look over here. There is a wine cooler that I think is just a really cool touch to this, right? Let's open up the wine cooler, right? See what the temperature is. Yeah, okay, nice and cool. I think that's just a really cool addition. Another area where you can prep your food. Show out for your guests and show them the wines that you have. This is a pantry. Looks like they kind of have 2 pantries here, but so it's good enough to be able to walk in, get what you need, and not feel cluttered. So maybe look a little smaller on the camera, but it's definitely enough room to come in here and step in, get 2 steps in comfortably and 2 steps out. But let me give you just the size of the door. 9-foot doors. So one thing I will say, I guess, just because I flipped some houses myself, not a big deal at all. I think they've done a great job. But they've used black handles and hinges over here. But then we have silver in the bathroom. I'm sorry, silver in the kitchen. So nothing super crazy, but would have loved to see it all be one trim color. All right, but big doors, which makes the room feel really, really big. So again, this is almost like a secondary area for, you put some shelving in here, you can make another pantry or something. It's just open. right, so let's go over here and see this family room, right? We're actually gonna take a seat because, you know, I want you guys to feel like you're walking through this house, right? I want you guys to let me know what you think about it. I do want to share this. This is not a regular size sliding door. This is huge. I don't know if this gives it any justice on the camera, but these are huge sliding doors. So just wanted to say that, but there's your area. So let's go ahead and take a seat as if you were sitting here with me. I gotta say, the 9-foot ceilings, I mean, you can hear the echo in here. It does feel spacious. I mean, I don't know if it's just the outside lighting, but it does feel pretty spacious in here. All right. We will take a look at the outside. We'll do that after we look at all the bedrooms because there's so much to see here in this house. So there's your, again, I call them lockers, right? That's that, and that's gonna be your coat closet there. I will just open this up just so you can see the backyard really quickly. And when you see two AC units and 2 furnace units, you know that this house is big. They don't have that for no reason. But that's because this goes up to the 3rd floor and you need to be able to heat that. But you're not getting a huge backyard. This is pretty much it. I guess we'll walk out here now when we're here. So you're not getting a huge backyard here, and that's, you know, Birmingham. The last video I showed of the house, the one house that I showed that was about $2 million, you know, that was a really good sized backyard. But, you know, Birmingham, Royal Oak, you know, if you get a backyard, that's special, you know. But normally you're not gonna get a huge backyard with Birmingham. But if you get a nice size, you got a good one. And let's take a look at the outside. So now you can see the 3 stories from here. You can't see it from the front, but you can see it here from the back. All right, again, there's so much to see here, so let me show you. Is that up? Let me actually lock this here. Show you the upstairs. Look at that. I love the wood stairs. I love the natural wood. No carpet on the stairs, just nice hardwood, nice big window. Right here in the landing area. All right, so I'm gonna stop in the middle of this hallway so you guys can get a good idea on how this house is set up. So that's your laundry room there. There's some near bedrooms, and this is your upstairs. So there's your 3rd story. So let's take a look here at the laundry room, right? Nice sized laundry room. What do you guys think about that title, right? Gives me disco vibes, right? All black and white, but it does flow with the idea here. So now we have black handles here. I just pay attention to those things, you know? Why not just go all one color, you know? It's just a small pet peeve, but not a big deal. So this is bedroom number 1. We have carpet in these bedrooms. This one does share a Jack and Jill with the neighboring bedroom. So this is pretty normal sized bathroom. Just enough to have a tub in there. Shower niche is pretty nice. Double vanity. It's bedroom number 2. Now this is going to be the master bedroom. So again, for the bedroom, what's your rating, right? What's the rating for this bedroom? 1 to 5. There's your closet there. Walk-in closet. Alright. I definitely give them a 5 on the staging. I think they've done a great job with their colors, furniture choices. Again, me being an investor and I've done flips, I've done what's called light staging, which is pretty much just I put pictures up and, you know, some cool items just to get buyers to kind of get a good feel for the house. And I will tell you guys, it does help. It does help in selling the house because, you know, when a buyer walks through 10 homes and they all look the same and they walk through your house and it's staged, they remember certain things, right? I read a book on it. So, so this house will stay with me once I leave because of their great staging. So here's the primary bathroom. We have 2 sinks. There's your wet room. 2 sinks. And a nice stand-up shower. I'll tell you my favorite thing about this shower. It's because my wife loves it. She loves the rock tile. She wants to do this in our house. And it feels great, actually. I mean, you step on it, you know, you feel the rock, you know, texture. I love what they've done with the shower box or niche, shower niche, whatever you want to call it, how fancy you want to get. I like what they've done with that. I like that waterfall faucet. Nice soaker tub. Actually, let's step in here real quick. Give you guys a good idea of what it looks like here. Alright, so I'm gonna just open up some of these cabinets to give you guys a good idea what they look like there. Right. Nice soft close cabinets. And then let's take a look at the wet room. Nothing to see here really, you know, but definitely got enough space in here though, I'll tell you that. There's definitely enough space when you close it. And make sure you put your blinds up, no one wants to see that, right? All right, so that is the primary bathroom. Give you a good 360. 360 view of that. And then I'll let you look at the backyard again from here. So there's your 2-car garage, backyard fenced in, long driveway. All right, so let's go take a look at upstairs, right? Let's see what that has to offer. Again, look at those floors. I like those floors. So they didn't give you the hardwood here. They gave you carpet on these stairs. It's a little different, right? I do like what they've done. Again, this is Gilbert Homes. I think it's the basement. Again, if you guys have been following me for a while, for some reason I love basements and garages. It's just places I can create a man cave for, and they've done a great job in the basement. So this is the upstairs bathroom. And there is the bungalow style bedroom. So let's walk in here. Definitely has enough headspace. Doesn't feel super close. Definitely would say, what is that? Probably 7 feet. Probably 7 feet at least. Not very often you see a lot of contemporary style houses. So I just want to open this up so you guys can see. I mean, this is the furnace on the 3rd floor, so it takes a lot to heat this house. Cool it down. All right, let's take a look at the primary, or sorry, would be kind of a guest bathroom. Now, I do have a question for some of my followers here, my subscribers. You know, if you were, of course, you know, not to have the primary bedroom, what would be the other bedroom you would take? Let me know if you would take the top bedroom or would you take the basement bedroom once we get there? Just curious. Of course, I know you would take the primary, the master, but if you had to stay here in someone's house, which bedroom would you take? I'll save mine for the end. So this one is a nice size bathroom for sure. Stand-up shower. I mean, this thing is huge. As you can see, it has a seat, so definitely nice size here. Love the window, the rectangle window right there. All right, so let's go take a look at the basement. Take a look at that basement. Yep, so we gotta go down quite a few stairs to get there. All right, there you go, another look there at the family room. All right, let's go down to the basement. Love the hardwood floors going down to the basement. All right, so to the left here is our utility room. Oh no, this is, yes it is, I'm sorry. The utility room here to the left. So there's your second furnace. High efficiency furnace. So you do have some storage here. But this is what I love that they've done with this house. So $1.2 million, and what they've done is they said, hey, you know what? We're gonna build out the idea for you, right? And we're gonna add an entertainment area, which would be this right here. And they've given you a bedroom, finished bedroom. And the reason why they can call this a bedroom, and I've said it in so many videos, but I haven't actually had a house that has it, is because you have an egress window. So you have to have an egress window. They have to build into the ground to even get that window. And then you have to have at least 7-foot ceilings, which this is about 9. And you have to have a closet. There has to be a closet on it. If this was not there, then you cannot call this a legal bedroom. So this is their 5th bedroom in the house. So I asked you guys a question. If you had to choose another bedroom to stay in, if this was not your primary house or your house, which one would you stay in? And I don't know why, but I would want to stay here in the basement. Between this and the 3rd floor, it would be kind of a tie, but I would probably want to stay down here. They're giving you a built-in closet already, which is nice. All right, so let's take a look at that bathroom. And it's a nice bathroom for it to be in the basement. Nice stand-up shower. Hopefully I didn't make you guys too dizzy doing that. I know that black and white moving kind of fast might cause you to get dizzy, but nice. I think it's nice. So again, I've mentioned this in the last video. You know, if you haven't seen that video of the Birmingham house, the thing about Birmingham that you're gonna get a lot of is you're gonna get a different style house, right? Everything about Birmingham is different than your other homes, right? So there's not a lot of cookie cutter houses that I see in this area, which makes it special. There's your basement. I really didn't show you guys this, but yeah, this would be your entertainment area. So they've already built it out for you. All right, nice window going down. A lot of windows in this house. I think the builder definitely wanted to make sure you had a lot of natural light coming in here. You know, again, these are some nice sized windows. You have a lot of, you know, trees outside, you know, with the big sliding glass door, light coming in here. You know, you got 4 nice sized windows along here, natural light, and of course by the kitchen, I think they wanted to make sure you got a lot of natural light here. So I'm gonna go ahead, wrap this video up here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. All right, that is it. That is all that I have for this video. So if you have stayed around this long, I need you to at least hit the like button. It is the price of admission here, all right? And then hit the red subscribe button as well, as I've done a lot of home tours already. So if you have not seen those videos, I have a playlist on my page. Just go and take a look at those houses. I also do everything you need to know, pros and cons of certain cities, just so that you can kind of see what Michigan has to offer, and maybe some things you may not know, or if you're moving from a different state, some things that you need to know before moving into these communities, right? So that is all that I have here on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, so you be blessed, and I'll see you.